Joe Biden, the supposed leader of the free world, the most powerful man on the planet, accidentally tipped his hand during a meeting yesterday, and one of the cameras in the room caught a picture of his card, a note card that his staff had given him with detailed instructions of what exactly he was supposed to do. This is not photoshopped, by the way. First, it instructs him to enter the Roosevelt room and say hello to the participants. Then it has to remind him to take his seat, then to read off the teleprompter, ask the president of the AFL-CIO who was there, ask her a question, then remember to thank the participants, and then you have to depart. As you know, his staff has to do that because if he's not reading off of a cue card or a teleprompter, then something like this happens.
And by the way, my sympathies to the family of your CFO, who dropped dead very unexpectedly. My best to their family. It's tough stuff.
Sorry, he dropped dead? That's how he consoles people for their loss? It's no wonder they won't let him leave the White House or talk to the press. Kari Lake, on the other hand, who's running for governor of Arizona, handles the press quite well. Here she is after being approached by a reporter from CNN.
Hi. Kari. Hi.
Nice to see you. Campbell off in CNN.
You don't have a mask on anymore. What's going
we're
on?
outside. Do you have a minute to
well,
chat?
we're 6 feet apart.
Do you have a minute to chat?
I'll do an interview.
Okay.
As long as it airs on CNN Plus. Does that still exist? I didn't think so, because the people don't like what you guys are peddling, which is propaganda. Thank you.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but she follows me on Twitter. Meanwhile, nobody has started to care about the ongoing January 6th hearings, which would put you to sleep after 30 seconds, but you gotta admire the liberal media trying.
Welcome back to our primetime recap of today's explosive January 6th hearing.
Stomach-turning, riveting, compelling.
Stunning testimony from the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th assault.
A stunning round of testimony from the witnesses, of course, what the committee was able to offer in terms of new materials that we had never seen before.
As you may imagine, it's a full-blown multimedia extravaganza, and CNN and MSNBC both have their own special theme music for it. By the way, the big broadcast networks, NBC, ABC, and CBS, interrupt their regularly scheduled programming to air the hearings live, hoping to reach ordinary Americans who don't pay much attention to the news or don't watch CNN or MSNBC, but obviously everyone is changing the channel.
Brings me to the all-important question, Betsy. Does the January 6th hearing break through at all? Is this more proof it does not?
I don't think it does. I've talked to two separate Democratic members of Congress in the last couple of weeks about January 6th. Obviously can't say who. And both of them have said offhandedly, nobody gives a bleep about January 6th when they're talking about their districts and the way that elections play out. It's not a top-tier voting issue for people who are figuring out who they're going to support during the midterms. Top-tier issues are material concerns. How are people paying their mortgages? How much does it cost to get milk and bread? How much does it cost to get gas? Do these hearings result in different electoral outcomes for Democrats? I have yet to see any actual evidence that they do.
NBC's Chuck Todd has been growing increasingly concerned that nobody believes them anymore.
The fact is we are living in this 21st century new type of asymmetrical media warfare that we're in. You have a propaganda machine on the right, and that's what it is a full-fledged propaganda machine on the right that the Democrats haven't figured out how to combat very well yet.
And the right-wing propaganda machine? You mean lonely old Fox News up against ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, all of Hollywood and their celebrities, sports coverage, the New York Times, the Washington Post, most print outlets, all of academia, including elementary school teachers now, Fortune 500 companies and food brands tweeting out Black Lives Matter messages, television commercials doubling as propaganda pieces, late-night comedy shows not doing comedy anymore, all the big tech platforms on board with the liberal media industrial complex. But I guess Fox News is controlling the country. Obviously, he's quite upset that the left have lost their monopoly of social media. Thankfully, we have numerous viable alternatives now that allow free speech like Gab, Getter, and True Social. And as old Joe continues to fall apart and the 2024 election rapidly approaches, the Democrats are going to get desperate because there's no amount of censorship or obsessing over January 6th that's going to be able to cover up what a failure the Biden administration is. The good news is summer's here, my favorite season, the weather's warm, the sun is out, so I've released a new climate change shirt showing how the climate changes every season, from winter to spring, summer to fall. Order yours from my online store at markdice.com, or click the link in the description below, or pick up an I Love Global Warming shirt, my new Ultra Mega shirt, or any of my awesome designs. All available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.